On the 5th of May 2026, yeah, the story be bremo and Reverend about for the reaction to Abigail, Ababa way or call mother and child hospital say or could deliver ya or turn on one said or hospital may so rest in peace me Kaibusa for ya. Now Reverend about for reacting to that story and or Kaye essay or personal petition and as Beko Health Minister catching so we investigate Abigail 1 year the normal train crofaso and my make said the Charles AMISSAH report is pending. Lo and behold, on the 6th of May, 5th of May, now this year, Minister, a press conference. Just so the full report, no, but you're breaking it down at the amount, send a better report, no. I say, now we would dear course, and the announcement here, Charles AMISSAH, at channel or said, a higher gossip sent for whatever message also been a subscribe button, so now make also top of send. App I'll bet media send this car amount for me. Maybe I'll share video from but that send a one and only trusted app. Bet me download it on App Store, any Play Store. That's all USA or Canada or UK or Europe or Australia. Bet me that send this camera for your Ghana. South Sudan or any other African country. That send a available or making money transfer easy, fast and secure. Reference code I bet me is AG24. So send you in on the 6th of February 2026, and Charles AMISSAH, a young gentleman, so yeah, Promasidon. Every down for fear after so quiet them and down for when my friend Bisa and say Charles now where Charles say or Befi now do circle overhead this so onya akwinsha or overhead so moto na Charles AMISSAH no on the picture and that screen so now from the overhead no the name and say a Ghana ambulance service ekoko PM or hono emo for Charles AMISSAH. But now this and a sequence of events, I mean, a normal a told Charles AMISSAH, right? Based on committee, a report, Bobby Pay, and now who was screening, the chain of events, and who was screening, it's a more for Charles AMISSAH, or more check Charles AMISSAH vitals, and who say, first of all, Charles AMISSAH, the oxygen level, a normal, secondly, the blood pressure, a normal, but now we pray. On the shoulder, any idea. Though now or clinically stable, now we pray. It's a mudi kind at the call police hospital. I just a honomudi kind at the call and no free police hospital honomo at the call. Your friend is a Greater Accra Regional Hospital. I Trinity, a friend rage or mudi call PMU ho. What are the intervals between time when we call police hospital and the time when we call Greater Accra Regional Hospital now? Now to move say, omo di beye 11 minutes our police hospital honomo. Omo call Greater Accra Regional Hospital no. Omo aji omo ho. And omo yi ni free honomo. And then they call your friend say Korle Teaching Hospital. Into a Korle Teaching Hospital hono. And a Charles AMISSAH. Esia na kwenche wo. Ewo ema ne chana nom ewon sere. Hono give it up cry. Eti omo committee no. The task for them. Emma minister a charge almost some investigate Charles AMISSAH wono and it's on measure say and nam so much Charles AMISSAH is it that akwensia no nya ye no baby tono ain't no even if send come with the call the nearest hospital and a police hospital we didn't can call any crana and ka police hospital doctor for no ain't to me jina na and I said the to so biom and it's some person who say and the jina so and na rage hospital for a wontia. And now a police hospital for a war, and now a Korle for a war entia or one Charles AMISSAH. Na senka, regardless of engineer swano, so we had Bimama Charles AMISSAH in Kobenya Kwana. In terms of investigations, no, asano, right? Or more call baby Charles AMISSAH Enya Quishano. And one of the things are a hard drink and it say, baby, I come and the ball, anka come and the benya feed of car crown a ball Charles AMISSAH Bessie and ne. Or to me identify the actual car at a ball Charles AMISSAH. And momu hold anybody accountable for Charles AMISSAH Quishia a tono. Or to me even review the cameras in Cresabia, not Charles AMISSAH on the lane or the lane mu and a car never born. They can't review the cameras to see what actually happened. The actuals, no, they can't. But omoko accident scene a honomo. Again, omoko circle overhead ambulance bear a woho omoko police hospital omoko rage hospital omoko Korle 37 so 37 there and yet parts of a Genia Charles AMISSAH ambulance no they didn't take here right but they visited there anyway and money a doctor for twetwe nkɔmmɔ nti first ɔmo ne ambulance crew ne twetwe nkɔmmɔ na doctors ɔmo ne ɔmo twetwe nkɔmmɔ no police hospital no na Dr. Anne Marie ɛna ɔmo ne twetwe nkɔmmɔ Rage Hospital ɔmo ne Dr. Aram ɛna twetwe nkɔmmɔ because ɔno hɔ at the time a ɔmo de Charles Misa baa ya ɔmo ka sɛ ɔmo ntumi ngye no ɔmo ntumi hwɛ no na Dr. Aram na ɔwɔ hɔ Korle emergency doctor no Dr. Ida na Dr. Genevieve so ɛwɔ hɔ a nurse for no more Korle at the time nurse ni ba akɔ friend Joy Daisy nurse ni ba akɔ friend no Salamatu Al Hassan omo nyina ɛwɔ Korle ɛna Dr. Sobri ɔno nso ɛwɔ Korle ɔno ɛna Korle enipa a ɔyɛ Charles postmortem no ɛne adeɛ no Dr. Blankson ɔno ɛna just ɔyɛ pathologist ɛwɔ Korle a ɔno ɔhwɛ Charles postmortem no. Now, the postmortem findings no interesting based on committee no the omo no. Postmortem ne say physically no so we examine Charles right Charles body no physically no. Neni ase ya ho ya na say moja enwunu Charles ama say moja efinimu wa hwere moja. Physically no we examine out mu say na beti wenya deep cut e wo ni shoulder mu ni right shoulder no ama say ni tin ni bi any muscles ni bia ho aka on the shoulder ni mo afa so no Charles akoma no na wo hwa na yese we lose a lot of blood na akoma na ye pale na Charles yemu ade ni intestines no ni kidney no any ade na ye pale moja nim it say Charles moja nyu na akasa but na Charles internal organs bia entochema postmortem the findings no full postmortem report no and also from some my conference national then there's a Charles the organs the bia ni mu apart from say the shoulder na tie na moja enyu no the organs mu bia eni ni mu a touch ma it say moja na enyu Charles ni tikra no ema ni brain no swell na ni team no it was swollen and these are the postmortem findings omo ka say the nam so much Charles one said based on Dr. Blanson or a pathologist or Korle Teaching Hospital no a report or the buy no and he say a moja and a Charles a share inti and a nam so man channel a one zero. And the end presentation as no in nipa or that committee no in the person of Dr. Ajimabedu Akosa or no so ye pathologist a church in semu the nam so intia who say committee no a findings no any omuhwe mu a omuye nyina no kire say Charles ne de a doctor for no any nurse for no more police hospital Rage Hospital any Korle Teaching Hospital and more omode Charles e course abia nyina no omo e no maye Charles boni nko omo boa Charles eso ebia fiti ambulance ne mu kra no omo to be di nsuo esi Charles so fluids ne de kaka ho kra no omo to be compress but ambulance for no mu ni sa no but hospital ho no na sa no ma ne bi wo ho an kombetumi ahwe Charles but police hospital Charles could 11 minutes wo ho Rage Hospital what I say Rage Hospital say Charles ekodi bebe my friend say 17 minutes e wo ho no mo ansa no mu fi ho akokolibu a final destination for Charles. 3 minutes way no. Na ko betumi die so Charles the deep cut no and also betumi ama ni nsuo amaba ni moja ene de kaka ho. Ebia ensi.
Died of exsanguination, excessive loss of blood due to an upper right arm bone and soft tissue injury, causing damage to the axillary and brachial arteries and veins following a road traffic accident. Death of Charles AMISSAH could have been avoided by medical intervention at the police hospital, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, or Korle Teaching Hospital. If the ambulance crew had applied compression on the laceration and packed the deep wound prior to transportation, they could have stopped the bleeding. They could also have administered intravenous fluids in the ambulance whilst moving. That would have restored the blood volume. And if In the hospitals, they had either giving intravenous fluids or whole blood, either in police, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, or Korle Teaching Hospital. They would have maintained life. Now, there were key findings related to the National Ambulance Service. We discovered that there was lack of documentation of critical vital signs of the patient. When they got there, they were able to take the blood pressure, they were able to take the SpO2, that's the oxygen content in the blood. But beyond that, there was very little that they could do. And it was because if you looked at the ambulance itself had equipment that were stationary. And unfortunately, the BP cuff got torn, and therefore it was difficult for them to take the vital signs. One of the other things was that there was lack of formal handing over procedure. I mean, if you go with an ambulance crew, you identify yourself, I am EMT, Ajimambedu Akosa, I have a patient, XYZ, and you're handing over to who? So all that becomes part of the documentation of both the National Ambulance Service and the receiving hospitals. But there was nothing like that. Lack of proper chain of command interaction. Again, you got there to the hospital and the front person could even say, the place is full, so move on. There was no proper chain of command. Let's move on. Key findings related to the police hospital. Ambulance arrived at the hospital with the patient alive. Hospital failed to triage the patient and initiate stabilizing interventions. Ambulance moved with the patient out of hospital after 11 minutes.
It is say a doctor for any a nurse for Nintino. Omoni a doctor for any train komono. Right? Omo find it out say it was due to the fact some neglected Charles inti and a Charles ewuye. It is the kind Dr. Anne-Marie just no dear or police hospital hono. Accounts no the mom on the crown or can throw baby. One when dino cry and chair committee into aside say. Omode Charles buy ya 110 and 1 share Charles and 1 share Charles in Puan so am what Charles na can ebia de oye and kebe to ama Charles nyan kwan wan kwan kwaye no osaso twantro we ni no kran chair committee no into Dr. Anne-Marie omo chia omo refer no enfa ne nkoma police hospital penifo and afa so medical council for na sa so twi bi wo ho a omo fama no enyo no kwa Dr. Aram ono no Rage Hospital ono de Odero credit chair committee no. Into the mafa trobia answer the council di atro. Name of the one yard your one and say, Omode Charles Bar Range Hospital obedi is 17 minutes or honomono. And come back to me share Charles. And come back to me bibi as so Charles. Mojana tununano. Bomanye. Dr. Aram. And the yin ni ma Charles. The science no more refer Dr. Aram so and find my medical council any range hospital in penny for no more trainer so Dr. Ida and so Kolebu and more de Charles by na Dr. Ida wo Kolebu ho na Dr. Ida wo Dr. Ida and tin ni an Charles send ke bia ka Dr. Ida mbra na bia say or the big crab so Charles cat no na Dr. Ida nye ono so omo refer ni ma Kolebu penny for and afa so no your friend is saying medical council for Dr. Genevieve and so omo cha na Kolebu ho no mo ono so saa kesa wa mo Kolebu yina ade o masotwe epe na nurse for no mo mu no to say nurse Joy Daisy nurse Salamatu emo so omo refer mo e de ama NMC Nursing and Midwifery Council for sa sai Kolebu mpenifo asotwem de mo no Nursing and Midwifery Council for so enhwe so metwe o maso de account because omo ye nurse for anko betumi abomo emergency anko betumi aboa ama again na Charles yes so wo de sempa ni won po anko mo ye bibi mpo ma Charles nke bia anka Charles moja na etu no because enyoma anka ambulance for betumi de ayi no ambulance for no mo ni bi inti vitals ne pe no mutumi take here omo check ni oxygen ene ni BP no mo so ni mu ene ade omo ni nyoma anka betumi de compress omo ni nyoma na hospitals ni baby wo hospitals so na yi omo ni ma Charles final destination e Kolebu nurse for na mo ho no mo nurse Joy Daisy and nurse Salamatu more emergency also or more ambo Charles into your more formal Emma Kolebu penny for and I face nursing and midwifery council. But anyway, I was say yes, sir. Ghana hasi. Yedi kind and he say first of all, almost as committee no, almost recommend say I was say a creative system bia a bit to me attract bets and as a bit to me manage bets availability of bets because I want too many. A system nimu. We are not almost a bed in you, but say our system you bet to me monitor for emergency cases. Say a ambulance be every Konongo Air Corps Hospital our hefa obet me check it from this your friend is a monitoring system. No who say oh bed available hospital yeah kwe any ade. It's no one of the recommendations which I think say are brilliant by the committee. Another thing omo kan say facility be Ghana Armed Forces for Akache and they say a critical care and emergency hospital. Omo recommend so be until after the conference, Minister Edieni Emomo visits our facility no, and they have brilliant equipment. Into Omo recommend they say Omo be nanya available to Ghana for nyina. Say nebe any emergency case be an ambulance for the fire. Ono wait me alcohol. What I say, and also boa ama pressure no so ate our police hospital no radio hospital ni ade. When come call police hospital man job we ka fast no ma besin akọ this particular facility because they open. Into your mumba modia, some behre so. Again, they to subium and say, Omunya emra, just say emra no, right? A bit to me, amaya prioritizing emergency cases and what public and private, my friends say health facilities. Say the bear, so ye do be at to ambulance, wow, emergency. Nurse for doctor for your muye beyond, they will be bound by the law. The law no honomo. Say. Also, we share Sanipan. After no, Omo ka say was send nurse for and the priority. Oh, there's a doctor crying here show be. I was send nurse for the priority and my emergency cases. And this nurse needs to one more say me the me shift to once I walk on there. I was send nurse for the priority and my emergency cases be about hospital. Again, and let's say I can't say almost for priority. No more yellow next sack. Almost also establish a fund. Sene beya ebeboa ama emergency hono die hia bia wo ho etika ambulance mu e kan nyoma nka ambulance crew no e de Charles a free accident scene no omode ne call police hospital no kan nyoma bi wo ambulance ni mu a fan di betumi provide ama che senka omode apache anaso omode compress Charles tissues no ene insane twan ama moja na Charles e lose na asia bafom nko betumi manage no. Na sa fund ne ba ebetumi a prevent incidents be said they told Charles no from occurring in the future, not just for the ambulance service but also for the emergency centers Ghana see, which I think is a brilliant suggestion by all standards. The last one no, and it say Sammy edum pepe so bia and was some provide life support training and also advanced cardiac life support training to all health personnel, because health personnel be one man. Apart from so by you moja na wa show sugar level na ma men pompe ade ma asa obi wo hono mo kra o suro moja hey me mia na kuma na hwe na kuma be bu agum nti omu zu sa ma be bi edru no enye se wo se ye omomo yi wo se omo tiremu. And I'm also happy say Charles sister just so ye emergency doctor or ye Central Region Cape Coast to be specific any Charles ebusuafo no I establishing the Charles AMISSAH Foundation just so more training Ghana for in this light, and I hope to see say the Ministry of Health and the Ghana Health Service incubates this training. Senior team no are recommending no omo for foundation in kaho omo for foundation in kaho, and I believe that this recommendation will not be taken lightly as promised by the minister. Minister ne say recommendation we dey omo be diso. Na obia recommendation na kasa omofa onko ombe ni sa pepepe.
I thank you for that judgment. And just to assure you, the details of the report, especially the recommendations, will be implemented to the letter. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 23rd of February, when I constituted a committee chaired by the Venerable Professor Bedu Akusa,
I promise the good people of this country that when the report is ready, we'll publish the report. Here we are making the report available to every Ghanaian. Promise fulfilled. But that is not the most important aspect. As Professor stated, the most important aspect is for us to be able to avoid the avoidable deaths we have witnessed. And therefore, without wasting much time, I want to accordingly direct my chief director, the chief director of the Ministry of Health, to write to the following people, the following health professionals, and their hospitals, and their regulators, that disciplinary actions be taken against them. 1. Dr. Anne-Marie Kudowo should be referred to the police hospital and the Medical and Dental Council with immediate effect. Dr. Nina Naomi Iram, the Greater Accra Regional Hospital and the Medical and Dental Council. Dr. Ida Drant be referred to Korle Teaching Hospital and the Medical and Dental Council. I understand some of these facilities have already started disciplinary actions against some of these people, and I'll urge them to expedite action on them, and their respective regulators must also do same. Dr. Genevieve Aja must also be referred to Korle Teaching Hospital and Medical and Dental Council. Ms. Akosua B. Texan must be referred to the Greater Accra Regional Hospital and then NMC. Ms. Joy Daisy Nelson, Korle Teaching Hospital and NMC. Ms. Salamatu Ahasan Bedu must also be referred to Korle Teaching Hospital and NMC. Before this incident, some measures had already been taken with respect to our emergency response in this country. We had already started the electronic bed management. And so at that point, we were doing the barcoding and the inventory taking of all beds, beginning or piloting with the regional hospitals and the teaching hospitals. So today, ladies and gentlemen in the press, will have the opportunity to visit that particular site at Greater Accra Regional Hospital to see the progress made so far. That is an action the professor was talking about. The second one was another recommendation that the Critical Care and Emergency Center or Emergency Hospital at the Ghana Armed Forces must be also made available to the public. That was a World Bank sponsored World Health Organization, UN, is that UN? Okay. So it is a national asset that must be optimized. And so His Excellency the President has directed that must also be made available to every Ghanaian. And so from here, with the press, we'll go there and inspect the nature of that particular facility, and if there's a need for us to beef anything up, we'll do so accordingly. With these few words, I want to repeat and assure the committee that your work will not be in vain. We'll endeavor to implement all the recommendations in the best interest of Mother Ghana. I thank you so very much for the opportunity.
I hope to see what comes out of Abigail issue, no, right? So far, Charles Diano, and I concluded the matter. I don't know if Charles Ebusiafo will be taking some legal action and what have you. I don't know what will happen, but I know said the foundation is alive and they are training people. They have been doing a lot. WhatsApp channel. Ubetumi check on my WhatsApp channel. On my WhatsApp channel, no, emergency response awareness Ghana, right? Charles AMISSAH Foundation, no, on my WhatsApp channel, no. I just said they be Charles sisters, no. On my drop nuggets or no more my information, the tips near there, which I think say beboa me no. Until then, see you in the next video. Magraheb.